Alright, William here, welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you one simple technique that can make your life so much easier while developing in Godot. Let me show you. So remember, by the way, it's a serious video about Godot development. So if you're new here, you can check my previous tutorial. I intentionally make bite-sized video to help you guys follow along. So let's get to it. So previously we made some pretty messy code. As you guys can see, we made something like this, and of course it will work, but it's a pretty messy code. We're going to use a basic input system, WASD, to move our Maliki nickel, to move up and down, left and right to get the gold ingots. But it's a really big but here. The code is messy. So why do I say that the code is messy? That's because if you go back here, you say, hey, I don't think this speed is good enough. So I have to change the speed. So if I change that, I have to change it here, change it here, change it here, change it here. So what's the best strategy here? The best strategy is to not use this the first place. So preferably you should declare a variable to hold all this number. This is like a general rule of thumb here. Do not put the hard-coded number in your code. We sometimes call that magic number because it's like you magically conjure that number. Okay, if you're going to change it, you're going to find all this magic number and change it. Of course, you can use like a batch search and replace, but it's messy. Okay, so the best way of doing this is to declare a var, okay, and that var will be player speed, and I'm going to say there will be a float, and I'm going to get that specific number. So for example, if I want to change that, let me get something crazy, like 1000, okay, it's a float, okay, and I'm going to replace all this 100 with this player speed. So it's a variable. I can batch place it. So here is another trick. Do you see that when I select, okay, when I select, we automatically highlight everything that match my selection. It's pretty helpful, but it's kind of useless because if you command and V, replace did not replace everything. So here is a trick for you. When you select, you can use command and D, and D, and D. So holding command and D, and you can select the thing, and you can get this like batch generation. So for example, play or something like that. You can obviously do that. Of course, you can command and V to batch paste. That's much quicker, right? Just a simple helpful tip. And by the way, please subscribe to my channel if you think my video is helpful. Okay, and so I batch replace it and change that to 1000. Oh my gosh, it's pretty fast. So let's see the result. So, ooh, it's pretty fast, right? Pretty fast. I love this. Okay, it's pretty fast and pretty nimble. It's pretty suitable for this catch ingot game. But here's something more interesting. So if you want to change it, so for example, I want to change that, say 500, okay? I have to change it here and replay the game again and test it, okay? Of course, it will work, but it's not the best strategy here. Excuse me. So the best strategy is using Godot's abilities. Godot, after Godot 4, we can export this to our Godot inspector. So let me show you. In Python, it's called like a decorator, but right now it's like sorry, it's using add and export. So as long as you add this keyboard, and you can see here, if you select player, right, this script is attached to player. So player Godot export the variable, like expose this variable to here, player speed 500. So you can quickly change it. It's amazing. You can test this. So here speed too slow, I'll change that to 1000. Okay, and here comes the interesting part. You can quickly test it. Okay, so I still think this too slow. 2000. Okay, and I can move like crazy. And of course, you can click here. You will automatically go back to 500, which is declared in your code. So click here, and let's go back. Where's my? Okay, I think I moved outside of. Okay, it's here. Okay, so I can move back to the default speed. So a quick review here. So this video we learn how to not use magic number, do not hard code it some number into your code, but rather use a variable declared at the top, so it can become much easily managed in the future. And secondly, you can export this variable outside to this game engine, and this is kind of like a common knowledge. Once you grasp this knowledge, you can go to say Unity and go to say Unreal Engine and so much more. You can get this. It's kind of like a bridge. You export it, you expose this privilege of changing this variable to the game engine. You can do it inside the game engine rather than go back to the code. So for example, let me give you an example. So you are testing the speed of your like rogue-like game, and you can pick up a shoes and the speed go to 1.5. Okay, and if you lose the shoes just to 1 like default speed, and you get some better shoes too, you got some like wings go to 10, right, something like that. You want to test the speed, you can export it, and without actually compile and build this game, you can just simply test it and modify here, test it, modify here. Okay, once you got that, once you got the specific number that you want, you can then go back to your code and say, hey, we got some like multiplier here. Okay, so the shoe modifier 0.5, the wing modifier like 10, something like that, and then you can quickly test it, test your theory, go back to your code. Okay, so I hope this video helps. Don't forget to give me a thumb up if you think my video is helpful, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. The direct way to support me is through Patreon. Okay, you can download all the source code, and yeah, and you can use that commercially. That's amazing, commercially in your project. Okay, thanks, bye.